But we were threatened that if we did not vote for Mr. McCarthy, we would be removed from committees. Our position is that if Kevin McCarthy is the Speaker of the House and we don't have an ability to ensure that there is oomph behind the agenda and energy behind our oversight, that the committee assignments don't mean that much anyway. I'm not here to participate in some puppet show where we pass a bunch of messaging bills, send them to the Senate, watch them die, fail to use leverage, and don't hold the Biden administration accountable.
Kevin McCarthy is getting exactly what he deserves right now. You can cry for unity all you want, but if Kevin McCarthy wanted unity, maybe he shouldn't have spent 2 years running fake ops and funding primaries against real conservatives. Sorry, buddy, this goes both ways, and it's nice to see the real MAGA and real conservatives taking a stand. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? VinceDao here. Be sure to like and subscribe. Just got back from Dallas, but I'm sure by now you're following the race for the Speaker of the House. But in short, Kevin McCarthy does not have the votes at the current moment to become Speaker of the House because I believe it's now 21 Republicans are refusing to vote for him. They've nominated a lot of different replacement candidates. Yesterday was Jim Jordan. Today was Byron Donalds, all of which would be significant upgrades to McCarthy, and essentially they're going to keep doing this vote until someone gets 218. That could be days, weeks, or months. But here's what I want to address in this video. There is a conundrum within the situation that is tearing MAGA apart, because I think most ordinary conservatives agree that Kevin McCarthy is a bit of a swamp creature. But you have one camp who says, okay, but what are we going to do about it? We have to nominate a Speaker of the House to get anything done. It's better than a Democrat, so just settle for McCarthy. This is basically the Marjorie Taylor Greene position, who I like and support, but I will say, in my opinion, I disagree. I think she's wrong. And then you have the other camp who says, no, he sucks. We need to choose a better speaker no matter how many votes and standoffs it takes. This is the Matt Gaetz camp, the Gosar and Biggs camp. We can call them the Brave 21. And in this video, I mainly want to address the debate of where Republicans should strategically go from here. So here's the first thing I will say. The anti-McCarthy camp is being labeled by other Republicans as saboteurs. We are being told to pursue unity. Here's my issue. If Kevin McCarthy really wanted unity, maybe he should not have spent over 2 years running fake ops and funding primaries against the MAGA Republicans he didn't like. Matt Gaetz, prime example. McCarthy literally tried to destroy his whole career. As you might remember, Lauren Boebert, same thing. And now these people are expected to just forgive that and get behind that sleazeball for Speaker? Give me a break. Burning bridges goes both ways, believe it or not. So, when McCarthy manages to succeed in stopping Madison Cawthorn, Anthony Sabatini, Joe Kent, I guess you could say he wins. But when he fails, and people like Gaetz and Boebert fall through the cracks, still get elected, what do you expect their response to be? These people have no moral obligation to get in line and support McCarthy, nor should they. So I know there's going to be a lot of slander thrown their way from mainstream conservative media, but the truth of the matter is, Kevin McCarthy has only himself to blame. If he wanted those votes, if he wanted their votes, if he wanted unity, maybe he shouldn't have spent 2 years and millions of dollars trying to work against people in his own party. You get what you get. There are consequences for your actions, believe it or not. And if the GOP wants unity now, maybe it ought to put up a more uniting figure than Kevin McCarthy. If all of you quote-unquote principled conservatives want the party to just unite and move forward, maybe you ought to tell divisive Kevin McCarthy to step down and hand over the reins. Oh, but you won't do that because it's only Trump's ego that you care about. When McCarthy stands on this dying hill, on this sinking ship, for no other reason than his ego, you point the blame elsewhere. You say that's Matt Gaetz' fault or whatever, right? Let me say one more thing to the McCarthy simps, and this is an honest, genuine question. What is the actual argument for Kevin McCarthy? What are his qualifications other than, oh, well, we need a Republican and he's the next in line? Because we massively underperformed in November. We won the House by the skin of our teeth when we were supposed to sweep it. In 2020, we lost. So what are his qualifications? Kevin McCarthy is not a winner. He is not effective. He has not led the GOP to any serious victory. He has done nothing impressive to earn the position. And you guys write all of these National Review articles calling Trump a loser. You say the GOP needs someone fresh and new. Well, maybe we should start with someone other than loser Kevin McCarthy. Oh, but again, these people won't do that because they are disingenuous. They are liars. Well, with that said, here's what I see going forward. Kevin McCarthy cannot become speaker at this point. And, you know, initially I was like, well, even if this fails, it will have been a net good because it'll force McCarthy to make a deal with us, right? To make concessions to the MAGA people. But instead, we are seeing the opposite. Instead, we are seeing McCarthy threaten to wage endless war, his own words according to Matt Gaetz, against the MAGA people, and allegedly is now even trying to get votes from the Democrats. And I look at that and say that the Rubicon has been crossed. We cannot go back. It will hurt us a lot to go back. All of you 21 Republicans need to hold your ground, and hopefully more will join, because if this fails, McCarthy is going to be in a very dangerous position to destroy you all. So my solution is this. For as long as it takes, keep voting no on McCarthy until he backs down. Which I would imagine has to happen at some point. At some point, he's gonna have to say, oh, for the good of the party in the House, I will withdraw, seething till the very end, and then we can discuss a replacement, okay? And if that takes weeks, if that takes months, who cares? You know, I've heard the argument from some conservatives that stalling isn't good, because the longer we wait to do this, we can't get our agenda across until we finish this. But to that I say, what agenda? Democrats control the Senate and the White House. Nothing good is going to get done. In fact, the only thing that might get done at all is more aid packages to Ukraine. So I look at that and say, no, we want gridlock. Gridlock is the best case scenario. Gridlock is the way that we stifle Biden's agenda. And what better way to maintain gridlock than to literally not have a Speaker of the House? So don't let those people gaslight you either. This is good. The stalling, the gridlock is very good, not just for us, but for the American people as a whole, okay? Because nothing is getting passed out of our federal government. So again, I would say this is the best case scenario for conservatism. And if you principled Republicans don't like that, pick a new guy for speaker. It's not difficult. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it here for today. Do you agree? Let me know your thoughts on Kevin McCarthy and the whole situation in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are new. And until next time, Alpha moves only. God bless and peace.